Alrighty. How's everybody doing today? Today we're gonna look at a game called Ripperdoc Simulator. I forgot to get to the description of this. Hold on. Not that. So, a brief look at the description describes it as Flash of Money and Chrome. Welcome to the underworld of cybernetic enhancement. This game is not like any other retail sim. In Ripperdoc Simulator, you are the surgeon of the shadows, a black market specialist who installs cybernetic body mods in the darkest corners of a sprawling cyberpunk megalopolis. Anywho, by day you run a dingy electronic shop in a crime-ridden district trading in junk tech and refurbished gear. By night you perform illegal implantations on desperate clients seeking power, beauty, or survival, no matter the cost. Published and developed by Cool Tupla. Releases on November 21st of this year. It's on Steam. So yeah, we'd like to throw an apology to the developer if they see this for it taking me so long to create content on this game. I tried 2 times before, that's why it says continue here. The first time, I didn't realize that not clicking the nudity button, not unchecking the nudity box that you'll see in a little bit here, kept it on. And, well, you'll see, I'll explain that a little bit more when we get to that point. And then, the second time I tried recording the video, I didn't realize until 30 minutes of playing the game that I did not hit the record button. So, with that said, let's get this show on the road. And we're going to start yet another save game. Actually, let's delete this one. Then you have a tutorial. Which is described as first time on the streets. That's perfect. Here you will learn how things work, how to set up your store, manage operations, and get rich. And then there's a sandbox mode, which is already know that business? Great. Use this mode and start immediately. Your clients are waiting, Doc. So we're going to go with tutorial mode first. Introduction. All your life you have been a doctor in a major corporation, but due to debts and malpractice you lost all your licenses. With your last money you decide to buy and build your own illegal clinic, where clients can purchase various items from black market and have their bodies modified. The first step you need to take is to purchase a ruined property that will become headquarters for your business. And so we have a very cyberpunk-esque environment. It also kind of reminds me of Star Citizen in a way. And then the box in the corner there gives you hints and tips and tricks and things like that. So we have to come over here. It says the previous owner was a doctor of some sort, but no one in the area knows what happened to him. And we walk up here, we're going to buy this property. Do you want to buy this ruined property? It was previously used by some psychopathic doctor, so it's possible that some of his stuff is still there. And so we're going to buy that. cost us $10,000 out of the $10,300 that we have. So it talks about going into cursor mode, which is pretty much pushing the tab key and brings up this interface here called the black market. The black market is a place where you can buy items cheaply. It's not exactly legal, but the police have more important things on their minds. So we only have access to few different things on the first go around. The first thing it wants us to do is buy a shelf. So the interface, is pretty much the same as any other retail simulator. And we go on here. Items get delivered out here via a drone. And we throw items away there. And we go over to the storage over here. And we open that and we realize that the doctor left 16 injectors that we can sell, interestingly enough. So we put them on the shelf. We're gonna throw away the box. If I had a complaint, I would say there's not enough space between here and this bench to move around. And you do, like, if you're holding any item in your hand, you're holding it to you're gonna smack it. But if you've watched my videos before, you know that I am not one to like complain about games. I think there's a big difference between pointing out a flaw, maybe, and just outright finding things to complain about in a game. I hate it. People do that. Anywho, we're gonna set a price for the injectors that we're getting ready to sell. And just like any other retail game, it shows you the purchase price and the market price and how much profit you're gonna make off of it. Let's see here, 39.58. Let's go with 40. I'm also not one that likes to try and price gouge people. And we click on open and come over to our register over here. I like the way this thing looks. Very high techy. Actually, 50s, but smarter, not harder, right? And in this game, instead of pushing like a space bar or something, you just click on the money on the countertop. You get 10. And 11. Helps if you take their money. 10. We just leveled up there. 80. Alright, so we have sold out of what we have. So in cursor mode, you can find a black market, a skill tree, analytics, and more. So for this, we are going to the skill tree. So let's go to the skill tree. And the first thing that we're going to be able to purchase is a license, I guess you could say, to do eye operations, or eye surgeries. So in this, we're pretty much just replacing people's eyeballs with, you'll see. So then we go back here, and you can open and close these doors. I'm going to close this out down. I don't think anybody comes in when you don't have items to sell anyway. operations. So we come into this screen and this is where we see the operations that we can do and choose them. So patient's name is Fred Birds, has an A positive blood type. His body holds apparently 6,000 milliliters of blood. He needs an eye implant. And this is what got me in trouble in one video. Not really got me in trouble because I didn't post it, but if you do not want to see the nudity, uncheck that box. The very first time I played through this, and I saw that, I'm like, okay, well, we're doing eye surgery. Like, there's no way that they're gonna show an entirely naked man if you're just working on his eye. So you click accept and click yes, and then it brings you to the operating room. On my first playthrough, I was horrified to see that the underwear was missing, and let's just say Mr. Burge is gifted. So, yeah. So this is the different places that you will eventually be able to operate on, and what the current patient you're operating on, what they need done is going to be highlighted with a little exclamation point. So we click on the left eye, and our tools here, different tools we can use. In my previous playthroughs, we've used the suctioning device, which we're going to use in a minute here, a screwdriver, and eventually, possibly before this video ends, we'll get the reprogrammer. But we're going to click on the sucker to get started. I will say, this is kind of challenging. I don't want to say difficult, but it's challenging. The more blood that they lose, the more money is going to get deducted from the amount that you earn from the surgery. Okay, you're not going to be able to avoid, to my knowledge, you're not going to be able to avoid blood loss entirely in some of these things. You do have to be kind of delicate, and whenever you get close to the eye with this thing, you're going to want to be slow, because if you just ram it down there, you're going to bash their eyeball into their head. So whenever you get close enough to grab it, you're going to see it kind of sinks. You left click to grab it, and then pull it out. And you want to be kind of delicate. It does seem to require a bit of effort with your mouse. You can see I'm going kind of slow, and it's not moving very fast. So you do have to be pretty deliberate with your mouse movement to get this to work. It's going back down. Oh, it's sinking there. That's just... There we go. And you click tab to get back into your tool menu. Keeping in mind that you're losing blood constantly now. And believe me, I've seen it much bloodier than that. Screw those in. And then once you have the last screw in, you are done. So you can see this was a success. We earned 6 reputation points, 50 experience points. We got a total of $90 because, like I said, due to the blood loss, we did lose $9.11, which gets deducted from the base reward price right there. So we'll click proceed. I've definitely, in my previous playthroughs, lost a lot more money than that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So when 2200 rolls around, you're able to end your day, and you push T as in Tom to do that. And then you get a summary screen. So we earned $740, and the top row is in summary. So in total, we had $290 with expenses, which leaves us a balance of $450. That there. The second part here kind of breaks down from each thing that you do, so to speak. So from The retail store, we earned $640. From conducting operations, we earned $100. After this tutorial day, we'll be able to do more than one operation in a day if we choose to. We lost $40 on the retail side. We're for $250 in furniture and all that. There's a note over here. You can only end the day at 10 o'clock when all the customers have been taken care of, and when all the customers have been taken care of. So we click end day. And it starts to give you the same little prompts at the top there. So we're going to open the cursor tab, go to the black market, and we have to choose some stuff to purchase. And on the top right corner, you can see your balance. So what I've been trying to do is, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to spend $600 on a license to unlock more tools. Yes. Yeah, we have to do, so we can't choose anything. So then we have $890 left to buy items to sell. And some of this stuff is expensive. Most of this stuff is expensive. So my last couple of playthroughs, I've been trying to choose a bit wisely, so to speak. Let's see. So we'll get some connectors. We'll get some pliers, and then typically I'll buy like a higher ticket price item, so to speak. Keep in mind, the more that it costs you to buy, the more that you can sell it for. And I guess we'll get some signal transmitters, and then buy those. Lord. I'm just glad nothing falls out of these crates when you're walking them around off of the walls. Alright, and then if you put an item up that you haven't sold before, you have to set the market price on it. So let's round up a little bit. We'll go 12 for these. And let's just do 38. Not 3, I didn't need 38. And open up. People using cards today. And there's a little prison jumpsuit there. You get $1. $24. Alright, you have successfully completed all the tasks and learned the basics of the business. However, you still have a long way to go to make a name for yourself and create the best clinic in the area. Sell black market items, perform illegal operations, develop your skills, and buy upgrades. All this will lead you to become a legend of the city. So as it's saying, this tutorial is over. And we are on our own. $2 for you. $99. 3. And we're pretty much just going to keep going until all the items sell out. It's super early in the morning yet, even though you can't tell because on this planet, or Earth, or wherever we are, the sun apparently does not exist anymore. Or maybe we live in a dome. I don't know. $58. Oh my, you bought a lot. $116. And you get $15. So I guess we could do a couple of different ways at this point, because we sold out of everything. So what we could do, and what I am going to do at this point, since we can't start the next day obviously until 10 o'clock, I could either buy more black market items to sell, because we've made some money to do it, or we can do a couple operations. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple operations at this point. And you'll see we have a couple more that we can do. Let's go big or go home. We're going to replace 2 eyes. I don't know how I would feel about having 2 electronic eyes, but to each his own, I suppose. Usually, whenever I start to bleed like that, I just yank. I just yank it out, get it over with, rip the band-aid off, so to speak. Because you're wasting time. Continuing to try to go slow at that point, right? So. Trying to go a little bit slower with this. Keep in mind, he is still losing blood. And you can hear the beeping, the heart monitor there does start to tick a little bit faster the more blood that they lose, and we're losing a lot of money. Yeah, we lost almost $80 from the blood loss there. I have not yet found a way to make the yanking out of somebody's eyeball a little bit less traumatizing for them. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get these knocked out. And just keep in mind, eye operation, eye transplants, the only thing that we can do right now. When we get another skill point, we'll be able to unlock. See, that's what I was talking about with yapping their eyeball into their head. We came in a little bit too hard. We're probably going to lose a little bit too much money on this one. But $16. Not as bad as it could have been. So we'll do this last one real quick. Right eye. Oh. that is all the operations that we can do today. It's only 11 in the morning still, so we can't end the day yet. So let's get some more items here. So we have a little over $1,400 at our disposal. So let us get some items here. What are we gonna choose? Excuse me. Let's get some split wrenches. How much is this gonna put us to? $10, $11, or $1,000. Signal transmitters and whoop. Yeah, let's go with that. As you can see, some of these items we don't get a whole lot as far as quantity, but I do believe we'll be able to set the prices a little bit higher for those. And as you can see, because we've sold these particular signal transmitters before, the price is already set for those. So we just need to set the price for these. Let's see here. 290. Let's do a little bit of experimentation. Go up. Not that much. Go up a little bit higher. And let's see, 15. Let's do 17 on these and see what happens. Open up. $312. $1 back to you. $49 for you. $388. You get $28 back. $1 for you. $17. $3. $68. Alright, so we have sold out of items there. Close up the shop. I do see that we have skill points that we can spend, so let's go ahead and do that. So, I guess we can't. Oh, I guess we can unlock this stuff with one. Yeah, let's do that. I was gonna unlock another surgery. But I think we're gonna try to get level 1 on everything first to see how that goes for us. So, hemostasis protocol allows use of a tool that slows bleeding during the surgery, so we'll unlock that. And then, well, the nano healer allows the use of a tool that restores some blood during surgery. And drones could bring extra items for you. And we can unlock sprinting. Let's go with the nano healer as well. Alright. So we're still only going to be able to do we screwed up because we should have. We're gonna have to do. Oh, but he wants an arm implant here. We can't do. Okay, so I guess there'll be times when we can't do surgeries. Because if you don't have the surgery unlocked in your skill tree, you're not going to be able to do it. It looks like it's based off of your reputation as well. We have a reputation 3. Alright, well. So in that case, we're just going to continue the south stuff until we can level, until we get more skill points and unlock some more surgery. So, but this is going to be a video for today, I believe. We will continue a little series on this. It's a neat game. Not a game for the faint of heart. I will say that. But it is a good game. It is a good game. I like it. I think it's something I'm going to enjoy playing. I know it is. And so I guess at night we sleep on our blood-stained. Oh, I didn't notice the beer bottles before, so apparently we drink while we're doing surgery. And this looks like some items that you're going to be able to implant eventually. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and end this video for today. We can't go to the next day just yet. But I will do that once it gets to 2200 off camera here. So yeah, be on the lookout for more videos on this in the near future. Until then, be safe, and I will see you on the next one.